your left, is Elizabeth Tisdale.
Thank you all for being here. I'm Elizabeth. I just got the microphones on. Whoa, is it on now? Yes. Yes. Okay. I've lived in Evanston for 37 years. My husband Al and I raised our family here. Our children attended the public schools. For 12 years, I served on the Evanston Township High School Board of Education, 2 of those years as president of the board. For 3 of those years, I chaired EdRed. I was elected to represent almost all of the public schools in Northern Illinois, lobbying in Springfield on school issues. After 12 years on the board, I retired from public service and continued working as I have for 30 years part-time for Convery River Limited Partnerships in Chicago, and I enjoyed being a grandmother. Then Mayor Morton called me and said, I'm going to tell you something that's going to knock your socks off. She did. She said she was appointing me to fill out Steve Engelman's term as 7th Ward Alderman. Steve was retiring because of bad health. Steve, I'm happy to report, is fine. I don't know what that says about the job. But at any rate, for 6 years, I have served as the 7th Ward Alderman. I'm running for mayor because I am concerned about 2 issues, well, many issues, but 2 top ones. First is that I'm worried about preserving the socioeconomic diversity of our community. I feel that it is currently threatened. The second issue is I want to enact the recommendations of the Climate Action Plan that would reduce our carbon footprint by 13% by 2012. The socioeconomic diversity of our community is threatened by the recession, pension deficits, and our infrastructure needs. I want to preserve our diversity by finding new sources of revenue, avoiding large property tax increases that force people out of their homes, or cuts in the social services that serve our most vulnerable citizens. I have lobbied and am lobbying to receive funding from the President's stimulus package to rehab our waterworks, provide job training for our citizens, and summer employment for our youth. The city is searching through all 1,000 pages of the bill to be sure that Evanston applies for everything that we can. Another source of revenue can come from selling our water for more than 43 cents per 1,000 gallons that we're currently charging. Chicago charges $2 per 1,000 gallons. Renegotiating the current contract could be worth $2 million per year, and additional sales could total $9 million. Work on another priority, enacting the recommendations of the Climate Action Plan, is underway. Sorry.
Thank you, Liz. Final candidate is Barnaby Dinges.
Thanks, Jeff and Trish, and thanks, congratulations to Central Street neighbors for by far the best turnout that we've had at one of these forums, and this is the type of group that's great to speak to. I've lived in Evanston for 12 years in 3 different homes that all have been within about a half mile of here, and I think this is one of the greatest parts of Evanston and a great place to live. I run for mayor with a sense of urgency, and a sense of urgency that comes from within me, based on my conversations with Evanstonians, and essentially what I'd like to do is offer up my 25 years of experience in business, government, public relations, education, and the skill set that's associated with that, to work full-time to address Evanston's quite serious fiscal and economic issues. My campaign is a grassroots campaign. We've got an office at Maple and Foster that you are all welcome to visit. It's right in the heart of Northwestern Student Campus, so you never know what you're going to see outside. I have a website, dingesformayor.com, that has a lot of background information and a lot of substantive issues. I've released a bunch of press releases, and there's a lot of policy information, so you can go there for a lot of that. But I think what I've learned most from going door to door is we are taxing people out of Evanston. You're seeing a lot of for sale signs. A lot of people are moving because taxes are too high. In a sense, it's too late already. So we can blame it on the bankers. and we can blame it on the mortgage crisis, but I think what we've created in Evanston is our own tax crisis. And I think we need to get away from sort of the tax-first mentality that we've been stuck in, and we need to grow our way out of this. And as a business person, that is my commitment. And the commitment is to create a new model for economic development in Evanston. And I'll get into it more later, but it essentially involves a partnership with Northwestern's Kellogg School, the Evanston Chamber of Commerce, and all the entrepreneurs who live in Evanston, many of whom I'm sure are sitting in this audience now, because 40% of us don't just live in Evanston, we work here. And a lot of people have their own ideas, they're creating ideas, and I think we need to harness that. And as mayor, I will do that. In my work in government, I've been a registered lobbyist, and in fact, I run an issue advocacy PR firm, and my main client is a wind farm developer. And I've spent much of the last 4 years getting approval to build 6 wind farms, almost all of them within a 2-hour drive of Evanston. And those wind farms will produce enough renewable energy to power the entire city for 2 entire years. So I've actually been out in the field doing it, and in that work, in order to build a wind farm, it's not unlike creating a positive relationship with Northwestern, because you need to create a win-win with township officials, municipal officials, state officials, federal agencies, and essentially that is my commitment to you, is to work as that full-time people's mayor, building economic development and working on your behalf.